Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a War of Brothers campaign for you. Our first round is going to be Orchards, followed up by our second round, which is going to be the Railroad Cut. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. When you hit the join button and subscribe, you'll be able to get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for today: on the CSA side, you have the 14th Tennessee, 7th South Carolina, 7th Louisiana, the Kentucky Outlaws, Archers Brigade, 20th Georgia, Army in Northern Virginia, 6th Arkansas, and the New York Volunteers. Whereas on the Union side, you have the 8th Connecticut, 1st Maryland, 14th Indiana, 1st Ohio, 65th Illinois, 3rd United States Horse Artillery, Midwest Brigade, and the 5th New Hampshire. I will say 5th New Hampshire balanced over from Union to CSA, so appreciate the help balancing the server numbers for that. And speaking of that balance, right now our server pop is 290 and balance is 1 to the Union side. Looking at our artillery numbers here, CSA has 11, Union has 8. So in terms of an infantry imbalance, Union is up by 4 guys. That is not a lot at all. Frontline reporters today, representing our Union side for both rounds, you have Zach here from the Midwest Brigade, and on the opposite end you have Cloud from the A and V representing the CSA side. Appreciate these guys being able to show us their on the field view while also being able to see the overhead perspective view. So Conquest is the game mode for this event. That is what they do. If you don't know how Conquest works, essentially each side is contesting over 3 different points on the map. They have to raise their flag up on that flagpole, and if they do, they'll start dealing a ticket drain on their opponent. Now there's 3 flagpoles on each map. CSA, or I guess it's flip sides, so Union is closer to the B point here, CSA is closer to the A point over there, and Union also spawned closer to the C point. That's how they were able to get here first and capture the point. Now if you have a majority of flagpoles, as mentioned, you start dealing a ticket drain. If you're up 1-0, 1 flagpole's worth. If you're up 2-0, 2 flagpoles worth. Same with all 3. Now, if each side has 1 flagpole capped, then they cancel out and no tickets are dealt from that. But if you're up 2-1 per se, you're still doing 1 flagpole's worth of damage. Now, I will say this event, the rules are a little bit differently. You notice that a lot of the teams haven't really moved out of their main spawn, but yet you see some groups fighting over here. Well, this event lets skirmishers move out right at 45. And they can start capturing the points at the 42-minute mark, and they can still engage and whatnot. Meanwhile, the rest of the infantry can start moving out at 42 minutes at the quick time, and then at the 40-minute mark, they can start double-quicking and sprinting. Now, I'm pretty sure there is no bayonets till 30 as well. That's why no one has them on. So we got about a little, like 9 minutes before bayonets will be equipped, but for now, it is what it is. So Union's going to have the jump start to this. They should be getting the B point any second. And normally how I like to play Conquest is you contend 2 points. You fight over the 2 points. You have your save point, right? You maybe keep a couple guys there to defend. But you send the rest to the middle point, which the middle point on this map, you can argue if it's C or B. Most people like to fight over C. And so that would probably be considered the middle point. But regardless, you have a couple guys defend your save point, you really contest over that middle point, and then you send a small group of skirmishers to the opponent's save point. Because by sending a few guys to your opponent's save point, one, if there's no defenders there, you can easily decap it, and that's huge. Because in this game mode, being down a flagpole, nothing else can make up for the amount of tickets you're going to lose for that. No shootout, no charge, nothing can make up for the amount of damage that will be dealt via a flag drop. But if there are defenders there at that save point, it'll force your opponent to keep manpower off of the fighting and the rest of the map and have them sit back at that save point. So there's no real downside to do it. And as you can kind of see, most of the CSA, they went and captured A, and they're all gunning to B. Union is there. We'll go over there in a second after we look at the skirmishers who are fighting here. I mean, we can see CSA is starting to roll over the 1st Ohio and 65th, 14th Indiana guys, but you do have 8th Connecticut starting to shift over this way to the C point, and Union will most certainly defend. Meanwhile, CSA is making a huge assault towards this B point. A and V and 1st Maryland are engaging in close combat right now. They got a drummer boy. That's something you don't see in a private event that often. You also do have a couple of CSA guys here, some 7th South Carolina. There is 3 of them, so they can decap that point. I don't know why they're not decapping and instead trying to shoot into the backs of the Union, which you also have TKO and NYV pushing up on this 1st Maryland defensive line as well, trying to pressure it.
They're to the right of MWB. Oh, west as well. Look west, boys. West, southwest.
So,
whatever.
And then further outside, shooting from a little further distance, you got the Archers Brigade and more of these 7th South Carolina guys. Now, some of those Union guys have fallen back onto the point, maybe because of those 3 7th South Carolina guys that we were mentioning, but look at this. We've played only a few minutes of this round. We're almost 6 minutes into the video, and you can see CSA is down half a morale stage. There hasn't been any grand skill charging, grand skill aggression. You could argue that some skirmishers for CSA have died over there, which it looks like they might have lost a flag. I think it's out of bounds though, or someone just picked it up. But Union, you can see, is overwhelming at the C point. But the question is, can 1st Maryland hold off long enough at this B point to hold off CSA? Because every second these guys hold off, more and more tickets are being lost for the CSA, and that is how you would want it as Union. Again, you only need to hold 2 of these points. You can get greedy and go for 3 if you want, but generally, if you have 2 points, just stay with those 2 points. And CSA is playing a little passive here. Maybe they're just waiting to get bayonets. They don't necessarily want to charge. It's not like you would know how many Union players are in here. And, I mean, 1st Maryland is kind of spreading out nicely based on the CSA attack. And actually, we might have some CSA getting a little aggressive here. It's A and B, and no surprise there.
Move to the southwest.
To the northwest, west.
It's bonking time.
Race, boys, race!
Clobbering time, drummer boy.
That's a nice little wipe there.
Right.
That's the thing for CSA, is that if they can condense down and hit these parts, because 1st Maryland's spreading out, they can defeat them in detail and do a fair amount of damage.
Get this fucking officer!
Thing is, as well, is that there's no Steam chat in this event, so the officers have to communicate through in-game runners. They can't use the text chat either. And so the Union over here, they might not know the situation that is unfolding at the B point. They probably don't. They're about to know, though, seeing as CSA is about to get the decap and start tapping the point.
Southwest coming in. Southwest coming in. Southwest, boys. Shoot to the bush. Independent fire. Crossing in front of you. Line them up.
So, actually, it's Midwest Brigade. I didn't realize they were here as well, but I mean, they're going to get some nice shots, but they're just simply outnumbered. So that's a huge decap for CSA. CSA almost down to engage. But
our bottom company got wiped at C point, so they might go for a back cap on A.
Shifted left too.
Well, yeah, they're in that bush.
Archers Brigade is holding your right side. Archers Brigade is holding your right side.
Thank you, these fuckers.
They're trying to cross. Somebody's trying to cross. Someone trying to cross.
But that's huge. CSA need to kind of turn around. Union did lose 1 flag there. Looking back at the C point, Union's got a firm hold. Union artillery is located here. CSA artillery is behind the A point. I can understand Union guys spawning in on the artillery over there, especially since normally you fight over that C point. However, these artillery guys, there's not much to do over here. I mean, maybe you could set up on the A point, but you have to hope that the Union actually does show up, which there is 2 guys there, but they can't decap. You need to be in at least skirmishing, which is 3 guys.
Did you say turn or terrain?
But with that all being said, CSA is looking to hold this point. I assume CSA main spawns are going to move out and either hold A or they might push the point. I don't know. Interestingly, this group that is shifted towards the B point, 8th Connecticut, they've sent about looks like 6 or 7 guys with a flag over to the A point to try and get it. Now, unfortunately for them, those CSA respawns that they wiped are back here. They don't have a flag, I don't think. Yeah, their flag's down in the distance. So it'll be a 5-minute despawn timer on that. But if these guys die, they got to spawn main. Actually, 8th Connecticut turns back, so maybe they were informed one way or another through a Discord call. And the Union that was wiped, 1st Maryland's going to try to blob up and get to this point. However, they're nice little flank here from 14th Tennessee and AB. Meanwhile, 1st Maryland, I like the idea here. I don't know if it's going to work, because especially since they don't have their flag.
Nice.
So I like what 1st Maryland kind of did there. I mean, for what the situation is, it sucks. They don't have their flag. I don't know why Midwest Brigade didn't go in with 1st Maryland. Maybe they were reforming, but is their flag back up? Someone must have picked up their flag or it despawned. It probably despawned. Anyways, the 1st Maryland was kind of encircled there. And so when you're encircled in War of Rights, your best shot is to just charge out. Because if you're encircled, War of Rights, there's similar player counts on the server. Now that doesn't apply to situations as much when teams are really spread out as they are in Conquest and Contention. But if you're ever encircled by an opponent, that means they're probably spread out pretty thin. So if I were grouped up, I would charge out on one of those things or retreat out and sit and shoot. Obviously, it depends on the circumstance, but for what it was, I think that might have been the best option. I mean, we'll look at the A point in a second because Union's getting close to there. They don't have their flag.
Probably about parallel with a B, and we're going to try and get Cav all the way to their northeast corner of B point and just try and encircle it as much as possible.
Huzzah!
Sound good?
At the double quick gentlemen.
Oh, there it is. So, yeah, that flag despawned. They got it back, so at least they'll be able to contest the point. Looking at A, those 8th Connecticut guys are putting pressure. You got more Union coming from C over there. So their 8th Connecticut's kind of surrounded. I mean, you got 5th New Hampshire skirmishing there. A lot of these CSA guys are either artillery or don't have a flag, so I don't know if 8th Connecticut realizes that, but they could blob up and deal some damage if they wanted to. Tickets are about even. CSA might... I don't know who's going to hit first. 8th Connecticut starts to go on the point.
Oh, tons of them in the middle of the road. Oh my god, a horde of them.
That's way too much.
Dress right, boys, dress right.
And they are going to start the decap of the point where there's no flag on it. That's a weird glitch that happens sometimes.
What the hell happened? Copy that, we're blasting in that general direction. TKO, Houston knee wall, left wheel on the knee wall.
Wait, close to me.
Left wheel on the knee wall.
Move to me, move to me.
Left wheel on the knee wall.
East, northeast, independent fire in those woods.
1st Maryland, they're going around like they mentioned, try to hit it on a flank. They do have a little half-stone wall they can use.
Load here, load here,
Gentlemen, down this line here. Do not shoot for any sort of close right. Down this line is enemy. Down this line is enemy.
Aim direct three.
Aim for the waist, boys. Aim for the waist. Waist or chest.
So, again, putting a lot of pressure, getting a lot of shots. The longer they take, though, oh my goodness, Midwest Brigade just got yeeted off this. Oh, actually, wait, that's home 1st Maryland. I don't know where Midwest went. Anyways, that's the thing with Conquest, and not as much contention. It can happen in Conquest a lot. There's so much happening that anything can kind of happen. Union did get the decap, but 8th Connecticut kept going. Maybe they're trying to distract the CSA, maybe get them to pull off the B point and then go. Who knows? But both sides are now engaged.
It's like the security guard shoving a block mag into a turret.
And I don't know if CSA see the Union here, but they run an 8th. Oh, they don't see him.
Blast them, blast them, blast them. Time is of the essence.
Shoot low, shoot low, shoot low, shoot low, shoot him.
Target the flag.
Guys,
God
get
damn
the
it, I
flag.
don't have a load. Fuck. Target the flag. Come
And a
on.
couple of those guys don't have the loads. CSA scramming out, just trying to not get hit. AB. That was unfortunate timing. I mean, you don't see anything in the woods. So, CSA do get the 8 point back. They're going to continue that ticket drain.
How many?
CSA's position's a little compromised here. They're kind of surrounded as of right now. But I'm surprised Union's not charging in right now. I mean, I don't know. It used to be before this recent update with the accuracy increase. It used to be where you could not shoot your opponent out of a position.
Shot southwest, southwest, those guys out there.
And now that might be possible. When I say shoot out of a position, that it used to be like where you could shoot at someone all day, but the flags would be able to out-respawn you, so you can never shoot them out of a spot.
Oh my god.
Now you might be able to. I don't know how high of a chance it is, or like how many numbers you need to successfully do that, but it feels like in Conquest especially, you can't just risk thinking you're going to shoot them out of a spot and then not do anything. So, 1st Maryland shifts around a little more. There is 7th LA here.
Come here! Come here!
And so, 7th LA will get thrown off. Not too many there. I don't know if these guys realize that's 8th Connecticut to their right.
Maybe.
Nightmare.
Fog of War.
Friendlies, hold, that's friendlies, hold fire, hold fire. It's 8.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's how it be. That's how it be. Especially in the woods. So they turn back to the B point, but that shooting they all just did, all that was kind of a waste because they shot for a few minutes. They lost a bunch of tickets letting CSA have the point, and because they did a little that maneuver out on the side, maybe they wanted to get better ground, but CSA would have gotten all the respawns by the time they moved around.
They're on the bigger rock.
They do have some nice close range shots though with the cover of the rocks. CSA is in the open, but mind you, the elevation change might help them a little bit.
Yo, we need help with the rear. We need help with the rear. We're getting fucked on this left side. Big group on the northwest.
Oh, AB's gonna go. Oh my goodness, everyone's charging in. CSA is charging from numerous angles on the Union here as well. You can see CSA top left, AB and someone else crashed into the Union rear side. And CSA, it's close. You got more Union reinforcements showing up top. So far, CSA's holding. Who is up here? 8th Connecticut. There is a flag down here. I don't know whose flag. I'm guessing CSA flag, since they're not picking it up there. But that's a huge hold for CSA. Keeping that flag up, making sure Union loses those tickets. Oh, they're actually going to countercharge the Union out of here. Or try. They'll do it. Union's thrown off. Union did not want the smoke.
They're gone. Kill those Yankees. Are we clear? We clear?
And Fritz is going to go pick up that flag. Nice job there.
Come here, flag. Come here, flag. Holy shit, boys.
Substantial. We still got enemies northwest, north. Friendlies are coming back, but we pushed
turn
them
around,
out that
turn
way.
around. There's nothing to throw. Swivel, boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Hello.
Just spawned in. Where's the enemy?
I'm a huge hold from CSA there. The fact that they kept their flags up the whole time, they still have them, and they held that pretty well. And granted, that could have definitely been the Union taking that a little slow, but
Right, gents, my voice, just be ready on this rock. Make sure
CSA did what they needed to do to win that. There's actually really good timing that AB charged into the side of the charge from 1st Maryland, and I think it's A and B that charged into it because I see him here as well. It is just really good timing on CSA's part. I mean, the thing is, right, is that if 1st Maryland holds put and they brace a charge from A, B, and A and B, and these CSA guys don't charge, maybe Union takes that because Union could defeat them in detail. So, I mean, you know, I forget that the spawn of this team is so close. Sometimes. It's like, oh, they're back here already. Especially since they're attacking from this side, you know? But, yeah, 1st Maryland's putting a lot of pressure. They're having a hard time breaking through.
On Irish.
Come on, boys, break through low.
At least they have their flag.
Let's just go A. Fuck it.
Somewhere is undefended.
Yeah, that have much on it.
The rest of the team.
They've got everybody 25 feet from our spawn right now.
See, here's the thing. If we get A, they'll just go crash
Whatever
C.
we caused.
And then that'll set us for the retake for B.
We're just going to poke around right-hand side. But I mean, we have to get a point up or we're going to lose soon.
Very true, Irish. Very true.
We all agree. We have to do something.
So, you heard what they were talking about. They do have some Union friendlies here. I think this is Midwest, most likely. Yep. So, actually, some CSA are decapping C right now. I don't think they're going to get it. You know, it's a noble effort there. I don't know how they slipped through that. Anyways, you could kind of hear the strategy of Union here. Trying to figure out what they're going to do. The longer they take here... okay, I'm saying very obvious things, but the longer they take, they got to make a move. They either got to go to A or they got to full send this. You can't sit here and shoot. At this point, you're just killing time for what purpose?
No.
Enemy to the B point, Midwest, open fire.
Midwest is moving up.
And I mean, that's the thing too, is that, I mean, numbers over here, it looks slightly even. Granted, CSA is very bunched up right now, so, but the numbers do look even. I mean, you do have a Union group here. 1st Ohio and 65th. I don't know if they're turning to go to B or A. It looks like they're going to go to B. That's the thing, though, is that the Union attempts to get A and B have just not worked. I mean...
Go home, rebel!
I mean, Union tried to go for 8th Connecticut. They got the decap and then just left. So CSA also had a flag nearby, and so they were able to get that back really quickly, and CSA didn't have to overreact per se. Going back to that A point, which you do have a couple of Union guys heading out in the distance trying to wrap around. And again, you got artillery. That might be an infantry regiment. Although I have to guess that's Artie. I mean, we can zoom in and look. Yeah, they're holding a company here. You got 20th Georgia here. So they'll be able to hold A point. Meanwhile, Union over here. I mean, look how many Union guys are over there. Compared to the CSA. Look how many CSA are defending the safe point versus how many Union are defending their safe point. I know Union had just had a regiment go back. CSA was decapping and they're moving off now. But...
Kramer.
definitely making things a lot more difficult for the Union side.
Got him, Parker. Just move over. On me.
Yeah, I'm worried they might flank. Sprint. I'm worried they might flank. The rocks to the right.
On the rocks.
We're gonna shift back right and head to that B point.
We can shoot through it.
We can always shoot through
Left wheel, left wheel, left wheel.
Good call out, whoever called that.
That was me!
I'm not gonna lie, the way TKO was reacting, I was like, there's got to be a huge Union charge coming. Nope, it was like, it was the 65th, 14th guys that we saw earlier. But 7th LA got some good shots back at them. Meanwhile, up top, Union just sitting and shooting. This is a little frustrating. AB is kind of holding off the Union main spawn, which Midwest Brigade's over here. The thing is, too, is that Midwest and 1st Maryland don't seem to be talking to each other. Or maybe they are, and it just doesn't look like it.
Loaded. Company's loaded.
Check. Loaded.
Recommend retreating from the road. Retreat from the road. Recommended.
But also, the thing is, Midwest Brigade, half their line is sitting in the wide open. Maybe it's a visibility issue, but shift to the right or the left a little bit and cover. Because, I mean, the thing is, you're shooting into AB here, who's all in the wood line, and 14th as well. It's a really nice spot from 14th and AB. Union is getting charged here by TKO. Which CSA doesn't need to be charging Union out here. Because if you charge Union and you lose, Union might be amped to countercharge you back.
I have to make sure I was not Rambo.
Light him up, light him up.
We're loaded.
There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
They're south.
South.
I think we can change the mode.
We can wrap up.
We just moved.
I say we wrap up.
Pancake, we can't charge that.
Aren't those friendlies?
We can't charge that. You have to. There's 15 minutes left in this game. You're down over a morale stage. Yeah, you don't have time to sit and do anything anymore.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm gonna need help here though, man. Oh, all the UEC men are dying. I've just lost Danny Fritz. Oh my goodness.
There's one behind the tree speaking.
I mean, they're about to hit breaking. There's some charging happening on this side. I don't know if CSA is pushing out or Union's charging in.
Come on, give me a 4th. Oh, come on, boy. There's 4.
I reckon it's Union going in, but
Boys,
they got to keep going. Can't stop.
Get your line.
I get part of it is trying to organize and making sure you're together and having a good attempt at the point. That makes total sense. But Union has spent so long sitting and shooting with all their guys here.
Just push up and shoot. They're gonna charge. Let's go find out.
They're moving in there.
Let's do it. Let's.
Keep firing. Keep firing.
Looks like they are trying to communicate with Midwest Brigade, who's pushing up as well.
They're inching forward over there.
This is not good ground. Keep moving left. Keep moving left. Keep moving left. Keep
Moving left.
Midwest Brigade.
I mean, if we zoom out here, not that they would know per se, Union definitely now outnumbers the CSA forces here. If they don't take this point within the next 3 minutes, I don't know if they win this game. If anything, it'll be a draw. At this point, I don't even know if Union can win.
Right side of tree. Right side of tree.
Again, CSA just needs to delay the Union as long as possible.
They're on our side. They're on our side. South.
The braking. Jesus Christ.
Got him? Keep on blasting.
Union does hit breaking. CSA shifting a lot of forces off to this left side of their line. I mean, as long as CSA protects the flags and stays within a fighting position, Union does not really want to charge. Where's AB going? I mean, Union didn't decap A, so I don't know why they're falling all the way back. I mean, look, Union 100% outnumbers CSA now. It's like almost 2 to 1, and they're finally getting close to the point.
Pull back a bit.
Get the point. Run.
So Union will finally be able to get back the B point, their safe point. Or maybe this isn't their safe point, I don't know. Decoy's doing a really good job of killing these Union guys going on the decap. I like that TKO's trying. Again, they're delaying this by like 15, 20 seconds. Every second's going to matter at this point, especially when it comes to winning and losing. So, Union sweep. You got some CSA guys left, and Union's going to run over them.
I think that.
Come here, you fucking rebels. Come here, you little fuckers.
Melee time.
Shoot him up, boys! Shoot him up!
Shoot charge! Shoot charge! Fuckers, come here, you sticky fuckers!
Get in here, Archers! Get in there!
You missed, dumbass! Die, Yankee! Run to
West Maryland, Southwest, stand
Maryland
together.
on that line, boys. Crucified, boys.
Get some reinforcements! Here we go!
We cleared them out, boys. Press T. Press T west.
So Union's gonna take the B point. I mean, you got a couple of CSA groups here, but the question is there enough time on the clock for the Union to catch back up in tickets? There's definitely enough time to hit CSA into breaking if they keep the points for the rest of the time, which based on how things are, I wouldn't be surprised if Union does. I mean, Union has a fair amount of guys at C, but now they've also got the rest of their team at B. CSA is kind of putting a little pressure on the outside. And props to CSA for keeping their flags alive this whole time and not losing them on B. It lets them kind of stay in the fight and maneuver if they want.
That flag!
But they can definitely get the CSA into breaking within 10 minutes. I feel like that's going to happen. The question is, though, is Union going to hit last stand within the next 10 minutes? I don't know. That's why you play the game.
Hold these rocks. About face. About face.
I'm going to jinx the CSA if they lose this flag.
Oh, flag run, flag run.
Drop that fucking flag. Put it in the fucking dirt.
Bonk. Sorry, he's dead. He's dead. Bonk.
So, I'm sorry for the jinx there. They've lost one flag, but I don't know if there's any more CSA flag out here. I mean, who's over here in the first place? You got 7th LA moving around. They don't have a flag on them. Meanwhile, a little further to the east-southeast, you got 5th New Hampshire. They definitely don't have a flag on them. They're more of a skirmisher group, but yeah, I mean, that huge job from CSA to hold that B point for as long as they did. That was very impressive. There was not really a whole lot of moments where the action wasn't happening.
I don't know how far left.
Union should have been a little more aggressive, I think. I get you're trying to form up and hit at the right time, because in Conquest, right, you don't want to be too loose with it to where you lose your flags and then you can't really fight. Because if you lose your flags in this game mode or contention, you can be out of the fight for a while. And that's a terrible thing. But for you get that. But the issue is that if you do the complete opposite, where you like try to form and make sure you do everything right, it can be very difficult to win these games. And that's the thing. You don't have to hold off for forever. The round's only 45 minutes. So, huge job from CSA. You could see Union's trying to make a push for A, I reckon. But, again, they've pulled off a lot of their guys trying to cap the 3rd point. They're getting greedy. I think they know they have to get it if they want a chance of winning this game. But, unfortunately, both sides are kind of doing the opposite of each other. CSA is sending a lot of their guys back to that B point. You know, you saw 20th Georgia head to the C point, but they've turned around. And TKO is taking some shots into these 1st Maryland guys who are going to hit some CSA main spawns who don't have a flag. It's A and B.
This is like a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
They've got more reinforcements rolling up the main forest line. Union should be able to get A.
Yep, let's go back.
But the question is that can the Union hold B? I don't know. Union's at least going to get C. Honestly, Union might have to triple cap for a moment.
Watch it, friendlies.
I don't know how close CSA is to getting B. I mean, we'll find out.
Guys, get him.
Good job, third. Good job.
Nice arty shot. Again, keeping this flag up for CSA is huge. CSA at this point needs to delay.
He's on the ground. I shot him on the ground. Holy shit. That was fucking brutal. Who just shot that guy? That was, oh my god.
You almost made it, brother.
Corn pop, I got you.
How dare you?
A lot of these CSA guys don't have their flags. Union's getting dwindled out though. They all here. They get more reinforcements. Nah, Union's gonna take this.
I'm coming for you, son bitch.
Get the flag out of Maryland.
But the question is, did CSA hold long enough for their friendlies to do things at B? It looks like Union's also doing a pretty good hold at B, even though they're outnumbered as well.
We got a big line, southwest.
Over here, 60.
Nice little flank from NYV on Midwest side. They're killing a good chunk on that half-stone wall.
They're putting a squeeze on us. They're putting a squeeze on us.
CSA is slowly breaking through. Union's all over the A point right now. You got a couple infantry units shooting around. CSA's charging in on B.
Here they come! North! I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows. Come here, Yankee! Put that gun down, you son of a bitch! I'm lagging!
I'm lowering the flags.
And so CSA will get that B point. Question is, there it is. So Union for the moment is going to be doing 2 flagpoles worth of damage on the CSA. They might cap this point. We'll see. I mean, based on the amount of guys here, it looks like they should be able to.
You get no parlay. You guys cheated again.
Is Union going to cap all 3? Nope. Artie is, you know, they haven't done much. That shot was terrible. But they haven't done much the whole game, but when the moment arised, they did good.
I was just born. Fuck, I missed.
Get out of here.
I'm a friendly.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
no,
friendly.
I'm sitting you. I'm
That's
sorry.
not friendly.
So, nice little attack. I think that was 20th Georgia. I mean, they delayed that as long as possible, which is good. CSA is about to take B, so they'll stop losing ticket. Union's going to hit. Union's going to force the CSA into breaking.
Get out, go, come on, go.
CSA is going to hold. Union trying to get both flags out. How are they not stabbing this flag?
No.
Oh, I guess they were a lot further. Okay, they get 1. They got 2.
Hey, behind you, get the guy behind you, flag behind you. Right here, Demick, behind you.
Oh, why the flag stop? Alright, Union loses 2 flags, 3 minutes left. Couple flags down at B point. I guess one of those might be Union, but CSA is getting the A point back. And I think it's going to be enough to get Union down to last stand, and CSA will get the confirmed win. Now, I know the... Well, we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Break reloads on your feet, present bayonets.
Union's putting a little pressure. At this point, CSA doesn't need to live. They just need to hold off for 3 minutes.
Alright, orientation.
She got a little end around here from NYV.
Propaganda.
You fucking want to shoot by yourself, Beach? You know that? Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Slash in, boys, slash in.
Yeah, if I'm CSA, I am dive bombing at any Union I see, trying to get them down to last stand. CSA get 2 points now.
That's very mean. He said battle. That was the only other Batman fucking regiment.
Press T, friendlies.
Who's this guy? Kill these guys. How are their guys still alive?
I did.
Behind you.
So they will nearly wipe that group. You got AB still alive in 14th Tennessee. They just need to hold on the point. They got more CSA reinforcements as well. And yeah, I think if I'm Union, I don't. It's so hard. I don't know if they're going to get to that B point or not and be able to decap it. They either need to go in and try to decap that point, or they need to sit back and pray that the ticket loss from the flag won't knock them down to last stand. Which, and they will dive bomb the point, and they are going to start a decap. They need a decap. CSA needs to dive bomb this, or at least get a great volley to prevent the decap.
Spread it out, spread it out, spread it out right now, spread it out right now.
Get out of the road, get out of the road, get out of the road, unless you've got your hand on the pole.
Spread this out right now.
Over here, boys.
Over here, gentlemen.
A&V's going to get a little flank here.
Oh, yeah, there
isn't enough. They get the decap. Tickets have stopped being bled, but they get the last stand. Wow. That's huge. CSA is going to pull out a big win here this round.
Keep shooting, boys. Keep shooting.
Really gonna fucking try to cheat.
Union will get the cap.
Safety kill, safety kill, safety kill.
Go, go, go. Coming down the road, coming down the road.
Nice, we held that.
Oh, God,
safety kill.
You missed.
It's a bloodbath. It's a, you guys are a bunch of cheaters. You guys are a bunch of cheaters. Oh, my bad.
Sorry, Uncle. Sorry, Uncle.
You guys are a bunch of cheaters. Get out of here. Get out of here.
So, with that all being said, really good round from CSA. The fact that they held off that B point for so long and it was able to get a lead like that, it was very huge. Now, in terms of the tokens of the campaign, I'm pretty sure casualties only matter, not the drop rate from the flags, but the amount of flags you have up at the end of the round matters a lot, and I think the winning team knocks back the losing team a certain number of spaces based on how many flags they had, which CSA only had one up. So, really good round. Yeah, really well done from CSA. Anyways, we'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with round number 2. So it didn't start till 40 because outside of a few skirmisher actions, which Union captured B and CSA captured C, which it looks like we have flipped sides again for this round. Normally Union spawns on this side, CSA on the other. So with that being said, server pop as of now, it is 290 inbounds to 7 towards the CSA side. Artillery-wise, Union has 16 guys on it. The CSA have 13. So in terms of a infantry imbalance, it is 10 towards the CSA side. So let's get it. Now, normally on this map, the side who spawns over here usually has the safe point of A, and then the side that spawns over here will have that as the safe point. The B point is the middle point, and for some reason, the Union or whoever spawns on this side, which normally is Union, they have a really hard time capturing this B point. And I don't necessarily understand why. Because in a normal match, the side that spawns over here can get to this point first. I know this rule set is different to allow skirmishers into action first, but with that all being said, we'll see how this goes. Because, I mean, when you look at this point, right, it's just in the center of an open field. I mean, there's nearly a snake fence around the whole thing, so it doesn't make sense why one side should have an advantage per se. But whoever's on that side usually just completely fails on the point. We'll see if it happens now. A lot of spread out action here on the map. You actually got 65th and 14th engaging with a couple CSA. 20th Georgia pushing up on this side, trying to harass the Union artillery, which is located here. Got a fair amount of infantry there. Meanwhile, CSA already on the opposite side of the map is over here. Although, they're in a pretty bad spot. I mean, nice spot for C, but they can't see anything else. So, they're trying to break the fence here. They do it. Oh, he didn't do it. But they're trying to break down the fence to roll the guns up here. Meanwhile, generally you'll see the side that spawns over here. They sometimes make a push for A. They generally don't, though, because the team on this side generally really defends A from over here in the woods, because if you looked at this map, you would think, oh yeah, CSA is going to push through the woods and go to the A point. We should defend here, but for some reason, Union has a lot of guys over here. I don't necessarily understand that. And so CSA is going to have a good start here if they get this point, which it looks like they will.
Sorry, Stark, if you can hear me, buddy. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, I'm very sorry.
Come back! What are you doing?
So remember, no bayonets to 30 as well. And CSA has already started the decap. That is an unbelievable blunder from the Union side here. I don't know why they're having half of their forces defend the artillery. When normally on this map, when CSA is on this side, CSA doesn't really bother with this side of the map. They usually have everyone stockpiled from my screen on the snake fence through this woods here, guarding the woods on the outside here. That's the normal defense, so I'm shocked Union's doing it the way that they are, but that's a huge decap. It's going to stop the ticket drain.
I'll finish in you. Why can't I hit him?
But it might be a little difficult for either side to cap this point, especially since both sides are using the rocks and getting some shots down. This used to be my favorite, or one of my favorite pick-up patrol maps, just because this is hype to fight in a railroad cut. You rarely see engagements like this where each side's shooting at each other from across the little rocks here, which more Union reinforcements are pulling up. Meanwhile, CSA came out of the corn A and V, and they're going to sweep through 8th Connecticut here. Got 7th LA and 7th South Carolina moving up as well, and that is going to force 8th Connecticut out. Interestingly, the Union that was holding here backed off. It let CSA get on the point and start a cap. And they have moved over here. I think they're trying to throw CSA out of this position completely, but
alright, push it up, push it up.
Bro.
So, CSA is going to start that ticket drain. This is really looking similar to last round where CSA got that point really close. Uh-oh.
Fuck you, Irish! 10 to 15. Irish, I like mine, don't shoot me!
No one...
You get shot or you shoot me, that's the deal to 50-50.
So, CSA have more guys back here. They're going to push up to engage the Union, trying to take this side from the CSA, AB, and TKO up here.
Aim low, aim low, aim low, aim low.
It's so smoky, it's like a bar room.
I think. Never.
Push forward,
push forward, push forward, push forward, push forward.
Crazy. 8 Connecticut got wiped. That's
I want to give you a hug. Can I give you a hug?
That's crazy.
Right here, right here, right here. North. Some of them charging. Shoulder to shoulder.
A little bit of a risk here from CSA, in my opinion.
I'm a yank.
If they lose this, Union could countercharge and throw them out completely, whereas if they held, maybe they'll be fine, which actually not a lot of them went in compared to how many guys are left. Maybe CSA is like, well, maybe there's not a lot of Union here. We're going to try to push out, defeat them in detail before their team actually shows up, which Union is still keeping a lot of guys over here, and CSA smartly have also taken the woods here. It's a nice spot from A and B. I don't know why Midwest Brigade is holding right here in the wide open field with sunlight on them, because if you look, at least A and B's holding in an open area too, but they're in a shade, so some of them are completely covered. It's hard to see them, whereas if you're in the wide open, you can see everything. So you'll see this a lot on Progress Mill as well. Being in shade versus sunlight, it's a huge differentiating factor in this game. So, 3 minutes until bayonets. CSA now is starting to get a ticket lead on the Union. Union has a real hard time tonight trying to protect their safe point. Well, rip that guy.
TKO, with me to the rear, back up, back up. They're right in front of us to the southwest, they're right there.
I'm just...
Directly south, hit them rocks. South, hit them rocks.
Union's going to try to go around for flank. I'm intrigued, though, because Union was all together, and now they're splitting up kind of in two little prongs here. If this group means to charge, splitting up like the Union's doing here is not a great idea. And CSA have even gotten a decap on B. I don't know who did this. Let's see. 7th LA, that's a great move. A&V's got you right. Beautifully done. And now CSA is going to force 2 flagpole losses on the Union side. And actually... now it makes a little more sense, right? It looks like 8th Connecticut might be trying to go for that safe point of C. It might take them a few minutes to get there. And that might be a few minutes that Union can't afford. Union trying to charge at the CSA.
Let's go Falcon, brother. Now you're gonna die. Now you're gonna get a hit off.
Keep going. Keep going.
Think you're fucking good.
So meanwhile, this little incident is going on. Union pushed out to the field. 14th Indiana and 65th Illinois gonna get that cap back up for the Union. They desperately need that. Union's gonna drop to engage though. Since CSA hold this charge, they don't have enough manpower to charge in the field. They might be able to get a couple good shots though.
Hey, shoot that flag if you can.
I mean, if they can prevent Union from capping this for like even an additional 5 to 10 seconds, that's gonna matter a lot.
Union is on B point.
But they are going to, at least A&V is going to pull off and change direction. It looks like some of the CSA know Union's heading back. I mean, at this point, you can probably see the flag if you're CSA. Maybe not. But AB is heading back that way. I mean, CSA already, they have a gun or so face this way. They should be able to see the Union. But Union do end up getting that B point capped. We are almost a third of the way through this game. And I like the move here by Union. They're not going straight on the point. Granted, this is the thing, right? CSA is putting a lot of pressure on the middle point and the safe Union point. And so by 8th Connecticut heading over to the C point, it's pulling CSA away from those other areas, and it might give Union a chance. The issue, though, is that 8th Connecticut has a lot of guys over here. So even though they're pulling Archer's Brigade over here, there's a fair amount of them over here. So that thing I just mentioned a moment ago might not apply. 8th Connecticut's trying to play sneaky. I don't know what they're going for. I mean, AB doesn't see him. Are they... oh, okay. They're going to get a nice little flank here. This is the second time 8th Connecticut's done this tonight, where you think they're going to do one thing. Like, I thought they were going to cap the A point last time, but no, they just went through it and went to B. Which, they're going to get a nice couple kills here on top of the LA. Oh, they don't see him. Never mind. They literally are standing in a big line next to each other, and they don't see each other. Bayonets are equipable now. It's past 30 minutes. Yeah, Connecticut really didn't. Lovely. But CSA's really kind of spread out, and so 8th Connecticut's going to do a little trolling in the backside here. They could have a chance to do some damage. AB still holding over here. I think they're trying to find that Union group, and they can't. Look, they also got another CSA regiment that pulled out this way. So, Union for sure has a numbers advantage on this side of the map.
Is that them in the fourth there?
Yeah, right there at the
Aim below, aim below, they're close.
Straight northwest.
We're pushing at them.
See, look at this. Look at from our camera view. I know there's smoke, but the players in game see that as well. It is so difficult to see where A and V is in the woods. And actually, it doesn't even matter anymore, because what a charge from 8th Connecticut on the rear.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's the thing, too. Like, we thought A and V was shooting there. you couldn't even see Union charging in there and wiping them. Like, that's how, I mean, obviously you got trees and bushes, right? But that shade's going to block a lot. I mean, if we just look over here, even through the trees, you can kind of see Union moving because they're in the sunlight. So, nice wipe there. That's a down CSA flag. Again, it's we're in a similar spot the last round. The times are ticking for Union. I mean, they're down over half of morale stage in tickets right now. And they can't afford to mess up too much more, which I don't know if 1st Maryland's going to opt to go for the A point or if they're going to go over to the C point. Now, we can see C points undefended, but CSA seems really disjointed right now. Look how spread out CSA is compared to the Union side. And it actually looks like they're going to go for the C point. Which I like the move. I mean, obviously, we're going to like it a lot more since we know CSA is not really there. However, I think it's a good idea for them to try to go for that point. I mean, you're probably thinking CSA has a lot of guys defending the point that is closest to your main spawn. So, it might make a little more sense to go here, maybe throw the Union off. CSA do have guys moving down this way right now. And they're going to be able to get a decap and most likely a cap as well. A lot of Union are here. They're getting more reinforcements as well. There's a lot of Union to go over here, but you know, they might need it as CSA is crashing down from the southeast.
On the line, boys, right here, gentlemen, on the line. Here they come, brace, here they come. Here we go, boys, here we go. Here we go, everybody, here we go.
Get into it. Get into it.
Stand together, boys, stand together.
Fucking screaming gun.
Watch our flanks. Some
There
flanks.
you go, thank you.
He's a chill guy.
That's right, kill that rebel. Let's go, sir.
I'm sorry, AG.
Sorry, I was being ganked with my pistol.
I'm so sorry.
So, they'll get the decap. They'll hold their line as well. CSA is trying to prevent that cap by taking shots into it. And it's almost, it's a 3/4 of a morale stage difference right now. And Union is kind of, half of them are going off. I don't know if they're trying to loop around to the B point and maybe get some CSA that are located over here. Which the CSA that are focused on the Union Artillery 20th Georgia over here and some 5th New Hampshire guys are heading back to that C point. They're going to hit 1st Maryland. Actually, all of them. Oh, never mind. 8th Connecticut charged the already. Actually went out. So, they'll get a nice couple of kills. Any second, the CSA should hit engaged. Meanwhile, CSA down here are pushing up to the point. They aren't bringing their flag up. Maybe they're just trying to hold the ground, make sure it's secure before sending the flag up. You don't just want to send the flag up and lose it, per se. Which, here comes the flag now. The issue, though, for Union is that I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they're waiting for CSA to move on the point, and then they're going to try to surprise them. But by them not holding the point or trying to cap it, CSA is going to continually have a 2-flagpole lead. So I don't know why they pulled off the point.
It's not. That's the enemy. Or the friendlies.
8th Connecticut's getting shot up on that little rock formation. CSA might get a cap here. It's close.
Yankees find us. Right side.
They will get the cap. This will force Union down to taking losses.
Hey, Irish, how's it going?
CSA does hit engaged as well.
I'm gonna eat you.
Union, at least for the moment, is going to get the flag out. Meanwhile, you got more CSA reinforcements. CSA main spawns right here. 20th Georgia, though, who was not in this initial engagement, is pushing up now, and they're going to try to hold the point. I don't know if they have the manpower.
There's dudes in the corner right here. I see you loading right there. I see you. You're looking at them.
Meanwhile, we haven't really focused on the A point or B point, which are kind of undefended. Union's putting light pressure on it, but there's enough CSA there to hold it. B points, no one's really bothering it right now, which is, of all the points, you would think it'd be the most contested. That's it, Union down to taking losses. Hello, Artie.
Get that. Raise that. Keep camping. Keep that flag up. Get the flag again.
I got it. I got it.
Flags go down the hill. Flags go down the hill.
Yeah, down the hill, down the hill, down the hill, down the hill.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And with more CSA reinforcements, A and B slamming in here, they are going to throw Union off. So, really well done there from CSA. A little confusion, in my opinion, on part of the Union side. It's like they had firm control of the point. They could have capped it, and then they went off the point. 1st Maryland went into the corn, and then 8th Connecticut went out in the open to charge. It split them apart. CSA kind of wiped the 8th Connecticut, who then had to retreat back, and then the rest of CSA main spawns collapsed in and wiped 1st Maryland. A little confusing sequence there from the Union side. I would understand maybe capping the point and then maybe hiding out in the corn here, waiting for CSA to move down. Maybe send some guys to charge artillery, but that sequence of events did not make a whole lot of sense for them. They did protect their flags, so props to them on that. It looks like they're not fully retreating, maybe trying to reform on the bottom here and then make a push again. Or maybe they'll just go off to the A point. I don't know. Regardless, I'll be intrigued to see how many forces CSA wants to keep at this area. I mean, from here, you maybe can see the Union flags.
Where are the schools? Okay, the schools.
Okay, thank you, Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Federal colors west in the corn.
And the Union is going to head off to, or at least the 8th and 1st, they're going to head off to the A point. I think that's a good idea. Mostly because you just encountered a larger CSA force. The issue, though, is CSA just kept moving. I don't know if they found the Union and they're going to keep following them, but I don't know how much success Union's going to have on this point. We'll see. Regardless, 20 minutes left in the round. A and B, Southern CSA pushing down the railroad. They see the Union here, which are, if anything, you would think they need to dive bomb the point, but they do see CSA up top, so they just don't want to go in and get shot. But Union is like allergic to capturing points these rounds. They're just, I don't know.
Forward up, Ace. Forward up.
Well, hello there. Okay, that's not good. Good guy, good job.
Get this flag back up, please. Somebody get this flag up.
You know, normally I would expect Union to do like this 5th Corps blob, but they haven't really blobbed up a whole lot. But I guess that's what kind of happens sometimes when you play Conquest. The maps can be big and you get spread out, but even then. 7th LA is going to get a huge decap. Maybe not. Nice shot, Union Artie. They got to do another one, though. They got to... Well, they need to kill 2 more guys.
Okay,
1 more guy.
We're good. We're good. We're high.
Yeah, they need to kill 1 more guy, and then they can stop that decap. Oopsie, might have missed that. Good chart. It looks like Union main spawns might have collapsed in on this side, and then the Union on the opposite side of these rocks here went down for the point. I'm going to say that happened, because that makes the most sense. And Union's going to at least take that back, meanwhile CSA is probing, but that decap there for the CS... Oh, already just missed the window, too.
Oh, well, now just me. Hey, you can't.
So... Oh, what the... Okay, yeah. So, Union's going to get the A point. C point is open, which it looks like a Union group with the flag is moving that way. So, Union might be able to get a flagpole lead. They're going to have a little more time, unlike the previous round. What's that chaos? Union's trying to get up.
Keep going, Business Runner. Keep going.
I'm going. We did it.
I did not know you could walk up this.
Get out of, go southwest.
God,
I'm bad slow.
Sergeant Fox, you need to follow me. Sergeant Fox.
We got targets out there, Midwest.
Get up here, boys!
Cover, boys.
Get up here!
Well, there's a flag to the north.
East.
Affirmative.
Oh, pop.
Focus those guys east.
Race
Race
left,
boys.
Race left.
Boy, howdy.
Watch out to your right, no.
Watch your northeast, flag a bit back, Matt.
Boys, push forward, Maryland.
So, an attempt here from A and V.
I saved you, demon.
That's a lot.
But not a whole lot of manpower there. Cloud's going to run out with that flag. So, Union still hasn't gotten this cap. They have a gun up here too, which is kind of funny. I'm guessing Union rolled that up, but maybe CSA, I don't know. I'm happy to guess Union rolled it up.
Let's go, Quebec.
So,
Let's go.
Union's down by a morale stage and a half. They grabbed the flagpole lead. The question is it enough? Now, there's 15 and a half minutes. That's plenty of time for Union to catch up. But that's also plenty of time for CSA to get the Union down to last stand. So, we'll see how things kind of play out here. And odds are CSA is probably going to get a decap. Probably on B at some point this round again.
Don't shoot me.
So, good rebound though from the Union side, getting these points back. Obviously, you'd want it a little sooner, but that misplay that they've had at C might have screwed them over. But here comes another CSA charge. A&B is joining NYB and TKO.
Fight forward,
Oh, you trying to bond?
You get a decap now.
Kill this Yankee.
I got you.
Keep going, AD.
Keep pushing.
What you doing reloading back here?
There's a surprising lack. Where'd the Union guys go? Was there really that few? Where's the Union team? I swear, it felt like there was a lot more Union over there than what there was. CSA just kind of ran over that. What the heck? I mean, 8th Connecticut's over here. Interesting.
Where the fuck are they charging us from even?
So, CSA get that decap, and they're going to cap that point as well. I don't know if these 8th Connecticut guys pulled off or if they were always on this side, but...
I'm not trying to shit talk, I'm just
what the heck? I mean, maybe you miss something when you're a little tired, but... yeah.
It's more so the 8th is prolific and they don't want to fuck with us.
Sprint.
Up in field, boys.
But CSA's really played this round well. I mean, some mistakes from the Union, but...
Yep, post on the stone wall, boy, on the rocks, on the rocks.
Yeah, they're climbing up on the other side.
Check.
I got him.
Okay, I would walk up too late.
Did I miss both?
But CSA's got that flagpole lead again, and now Union's kind of Union's in desperate mode. Union's got to do something. They got to cap one of these points. There's a couple CSA guys charging in. They're not going to do a whole lot, but man, that misplay at C is killing the Union right now. I don't know how much it would have changed things, but. And there is also a downed flag over here. It looks like a Union 1 as well.
14th flag. 14th flag. To your right. I hear him to your right.
Which Union is pushing out of their main spawn as well.
Yeah, it's friendly. Yeah, you're right. Looks like the charging.
Yeah, and NYV's getting awfully close.
Get into him, boys. Get into him. Get into him. Get into him. Get into him.
Oh, there's more. Hello.
This is only your fourth win in 16 weeks, bitch. I don't know why you're talking.
Here comes A&V.
Here they come down the hill northeast.
Keep on.
I mean, that's a fair point that, I don't know who said that. He said this is your fourth win in 16 weeks or something like that. I think I remember Ronald mentioning that last week too, that CSA never, or maybe it was in a DM I was getting. I think I got a DM. Yeah, I got a DM from Pence. Now I remember. Now he was just saying how CSA never won, and that was just reinforced here. I mean, part of it is 5th Corps didn't really blob up and move around as unified force.
God damn. Come here, you fucking rebel! Come here! Cream run to the south. Let's go.
Hey, idiot, you're dead.
I'm so sorry, Harvey.
CSA has almost forced the Union. Union's almost 2/3 of the way through breaking already. They've held over there. I mean, what are our numbers right now? I mean, CSA right now is up by 16 guys initially. And then when you consider the artillery in balance in that, it's only 11-man infantry in balance. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It is a 21 infantry man in balance in favor of CSA. So no wonder why CSA is dominating at least this round by this much. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Unlike the previous round, CSA did great. I don't know if there was an imbalance, and there wasn't as bad of a one as there is now at the beginning of this round, if I remember right. But when you're down 21 infantry guys, you're not going to win. It's, yeah, it is what it is. So, I think part of it is 5th Corps did not play as unified. They spread out a lot more than what I remember. And CSA's played a little more condensed with each other this whole time. And that can matter a lot. Usually teams that blob up do a little better. Because when it comes to melees and shootouts, it's all manpower at that point. There might be better sharpshooters or shooters in one group than another, but in the grand scheme of things, it really comes down to the amount of manpower and if you can keep your flags up. Which both sides have kept their flags up beautifully, but in terms of manpower, CSA is much more condensed today than what we've seen in previous weeks. Compared to Union, who's a lot more spread out, I would say.
I like to be in the
or at least it feels like that. I don't know if that's true per se. Maybe I'd have to go back and look at the other videos, but...
What the fuck is this guy doing? Holy shit.
Yo,
who was that? Honestly, that charge kind of disrupted our line.
You know who he was? He was 5 deaths. That's what he was.
So, huge props to CSA and the 2-0. Obviously, you're going to get an imbalance help at the end of this round, but it doesn't take away what happened at the beginning of this round, at least, and the
You stay there like a good boy, man.
previous round. And maybe Union guys left because they were getting curb stomped. Who knows?
You missed.
I know I've seen that on the High Street map, where it'll be round 2 High Street and you guys will just leave because they don't want to play that round. And you can't blame them. CSA wins that map and it's not fun for you.
Opened up my eyes and I saw the sign.
And Union's in last stand.
Oh yeah, I see him crossing back. Yeah, so good.
So if the Union guy dies, you don't come back, and unlike the previous round, we might see the end of this. So remember how the flags matter. So CSA is going to try to cap all 3 points. Union either needs to condense down on that B point and hold it to the last, or it's honestly what they need to do. I mean, they maybe could send some guys to C, but if they send guys to C, CSA is going to be able to decap B and maybe retake it. So CSA needs to get this point quickly. Union needs to condense down on this point and defend it.
His hat looks kind of gay. Your hat looks gay. And then one day I started lowering. Oh my God, Matt. You guys okay?
That was a nice story.
Let's get it. They shot all those.
I'm so deaf.
So Union's pushing out this way. CSA is starting to push from that A point there. Got a couple of Union guys heading over to C to go for the decap, but CSA already should be able to stop those guys. And here goes Union to defend the B point.
Defend this point with your life. Defend this point. Do not leave.
Give him the old hawk to her.
Why the fuck did Artie come all the way over here?
There's a guy that's
Meanwhile, rest CSA cleaning up the Artie is starting to turn to the point. Union might be heading out to that C point.
Going on your star boys, Maryland on your star boys. Keep going.
We'll see. Yeah, it looks like they are. CSA is rapidly approaching here.
You just stabbed me in your Union. What are you doing?
Patrick and me. Maryland with this. What happened, Johnny? Oh, they're coming behind.
So, actually, they might just be gathering. Yeah, it looks like they're gathering up on the fence line. Artie's got a. There's actually a lot of Union here. I don't think Artie's going to stop that. They're going to get a couple kills, but I don't think they're going to stop the decal.
Holy shit, I'm alive. What the fuck?
Oh, maybe they will. 5 guys left. You need to kill... Oh, there's a little more than 5 there. You need to kill all but 2. They're going to get it. Meanwhile, CSA is pushing out to the point. That officer's dead. Reaganus. Duck Butter Jones. Pushing out for their team. So they got the C point.
Point. Doctor, we gotta go to
Somebody's about to hit him in the back. Somebody's about to give him back shots on the snake fence in the corner, dude.
They're pushing up. A little far away. Last few Union guys here pushing up. I mean, Union guys need to die at this point. They don't want... You don't want CSA capping the B point here. I mean, there's 4 guys over there. They're charging. There's a few Union guys left here. I mean, you got to kill everyone before people to end the round. It's how Conquest and Contention are. It takes a while to do it. But overall, really well played round from CSA. Really, really well played round. Union spread out a fair amount. I don't know what happened on C point in the middle of the round to where Union didn't hold that point for longer. That didn't make any sense. Union also not defending the A point at the beginning of the round didn't make any sense. There was just a lot of decisions from the Union side this round that did not make sense. But regardless, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a join button underneath the video. If you subscribe, you can get a... Or if you hit the join button, you subscribe to the join button, then you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your resume on the bottom of videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Anyways, a lot of other stuff in there like our Discord. Appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of your week and night.